Blog Talk Radio.
All right, well, hi this evening and welcome to Conservative Cool Talk Radio. This is our third broadcast, and this time I'm actually also doing a live stream on Ustream. So if you're watching, how you doing? I'm glad you checked in this evening. I'm glad you're listening. I'm glad you're watching the show. We're going to talk about some things in politics this week, some new things that happened, touching a few different subjects. Either you love her or hate her, that seems the way it is to me with all my friends out here in Twitter world. They have some strong opinions about her. We're going to also talk about President Obama bringing in more troops. Is it something that will be supported? Is it a decision he has to make? Will it be supported by Democrats or Republicans? Got a tough job on that. We're also going to talk more about health care and also KSM trial. I've already looks like I got a few callers there already on the show, so I'm going to pick up this first call and see who it is.
Hello?
Hello. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. Who am I talking to?
Coco?
Hey, Coco.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
All right. Glad I haven't heard from you in a while. So how you been?
I've been good. I've been traveling, so I haven't really been on as much.
Okay. Well, the first thing we were glad you gave me a call, and I saw that you were waiting for me. The first thing we were going to talk about tonight, and I guess you can give me your first opinion on it, is Sarah Palin. What do you think about her as a candidate? Do you think she's qualified, and how do you feel about her?
You know what? I get a lot of heat from Republicans. I do not like her.
You don't like her?
I do not like her. I mean, I think she's very hypocritical,
mm-hmm.
and I do not like the fact that she hunts with her 5-year-old daughter, and I'm very against hunting. I really believe she doesn't believe in any gay rights.
Okay.
And I feel like the Republicans, they complain about how a lot of the Obama supporters think he's like the Messiah. Well, I think the Republicans are still sort of doing the same thing with Sarah Palin.
It does remind, because you have a lot of people that don't take her seriously, but then you have the people that adore her, and it's very similar to the way it was in the beginning when I remember when Obama just started, when he was doing speeches, and he gave a speech to the convention a couple of years ago, and people were like, oh, who is that? But there were people that really loved him, and he's president now. So I mean, people start to look at her, but she's also, very McCain-ish. She could go rogue on us, and she could actually, there's been talks about her going independent. I could see that possibly happening also.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate her, but there's just a lot of stuff that I just don't like in her, about what she stands for.
Right. Okay.
So I mean, I'll probably still vote for her, but if I'm voting for her, I'll probably get wasted. So. So I don't know. We'll see what happens in 2012. So
where are you at right now, Coco?
I'm in Beverly Hills.
In Beverly Hills. That's nice. Nice. It's about 55 degrees here in Detroit area. What's it looking like out there?
It looks like crap out here today. It's freezing. It's like 65.
Oh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, boo-hoo.
That's freezing. I've never been under 50-degree weather.
Wow, goodness. Well, I hope you continue to listen to the show. It gets kind of interesting.
I do.
You got a lot of different people calling in, sometimes get different opinions, so I hope you keep listening in. I appreciate you being the first caller this evening. And we got to keep in touch on Twitter. Don't be a stranger, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye. All right, so we got our first caller talking on about Sarah Palin. I'm going to my next caller here. Let's see what we got. You're on the air. Looks like we lost that. All right. Well, we've had, like I said, I'm noticing on Twitter a lot. We have a lot of different opinions about Sarah Palin. She sold 700,000 copies of her book this week. So in 1 week. So you gotta give that its just due. It's people obviously that are interested in her and want to hear what she has to say. So you had to give precedence to that. Looks like we have a caller here, and I'm trying to. Hello, caller. All right. Well, we're gonna hang up on that caller. Well, wherever you are, give me a call back. I see you on. I won't shout your number out, but give me a call back. All right. So, again, I guess we're gonna talk a little bit more about Sarah Palin. Personally, I like her. She has qualities. I mean, I think the average American would find, she's a very likable person. I do want her to take more time to learn the issues. I feel like that she would be better off doing that. I'm not really thrilled with the fact that she quit as governor, but sometimes to get to bigger things, she maybe had to step aside, or a lot of people in Alaska that were filing all kinds of lawsuits and things that were kind of getting in the way of her progress and doing things she wanted to do. So, I'm not 100% sold on that, but at the same time, if you can't do your job and people are constantly getting in the way of you making progress, I didn't feel like that was her best option. We got another caller here. I'm going to take the call, see what we got here. You're on the air. How you doing? Hello?
You got me again, and I didn't push the one button.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
All right. Who am I speaking with this evening?
I didn't know what subject you were talking about. I got cut off from your previous call.
Well, we were talking about Sarah Palin. In particular, that was the first topic of the evening. We were talking about Sarah Palin. And I'm just getting, I have people call in and give me their opinions on her. How do you feel about her? Do you think she should be a candidate for president?
A candidate for president, probably not. I like her. I know that she's extremely popular. I'm a Michigander myself, so I can understand what Alaska's like. All right.
What part of Michigan?
And I like the outdoorsy, soccer mom, kind of appeal that she has and everything else like that. The only thing that I do have somewhat against her is like running right now. I think she needs to get some experience behind her. I don't think the next election would be good for her. Maybe the one after that, because a lot of what's happened as far as her quitting her job as the governorship is just too close. And I don't know if she's going to be able to, build up enough positive image to put that behind her. Because a lot of people are saying, she quit this, she quit that, which I can understand. She's quitting in a lame duck session anyway. What does it really matter? Okay, and she had her legal fees that she had to get out of. And, the press goes back and forth about what those are. Doesn't matter. If you're a wife with a family and a boy who was born like Trig is, money's important.
Right. Oh, and
be that far in debt.
And that's the thing. A lot of lawsuits, a lot of things will get in the way of her even doing her job. So I mean, she realized that, and again, I think you said basically the same thing I was thinking, is that the experience, she has an issue with lack of experience. As far as likability, I mean, I don't see really a lot of issues with that. I mean, she's, like I said, a mom, and I really respect her decision she made, being a life choosing to have her child, even knowing that there was going to be some health issues involved, and I really respect for that. So I mean,
right. I think she got underplayed on that too, because you're talking about somebody who came from Alaska onto the national stage, and look, she bowled them over in the beginning.
Right.
Okay, that was all Sarah Palin in there, and all of a sudden, no matter if they thought they saw that she wasn't ready, they shouldn't have been stabbing her in her back in their own party.
Right. Because
a lot of it came out from there. You don't do that to somebody that you picked. It may be true, but you know what? You teach them.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm your manager and I want to make you my assistant, I'm going to teach you. I'm not going to go around to everybody and point out, oh my God, she can't do this and she can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just
thought that was bad.
And I think it's possible the staff of McCain might have realized that she was actually picking up more steam than he was at the time. So
I think so.
And I think that probably played a little bit into that. They want to keep the focus. If you're a staff, you're McCain staff, your job is to keep the spotlight on John McCain when he's running for president. And there's
Oh,
no
yeah.
question about it that he was sharing a lot of that spotlight with her. And I think just showing this week, 700,000 books sold shows that there's some interest there. Now, again,
it's impressive. It's impressive. And, when you were just saying that when you're John McCain and you want to keep the spotlight on you, well, he was John McCain and she was Sarah Palin.
There you go. There you go. What part of Michigan are you calling from?
Detroit.
Oh, okay, Detroit. All right. Sounds good. Never got your name.
My name is Denise.
Okay, Denise.
We Twitter back and forth. My name's Mostifus on there.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
I told you. I was just going to call in and listen, and they said if you want to talk to the host, press 1. So I told you I was just going to listen, so I didn't press anything.
Oh, I'm glad you called in. I appreciate you.
And you got me anyway.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Well, continue listening. I appreciate you giving me a call, and hope you're enjoying the show.
Okay.
Feel free to call back anytime and let everybody else know to give me a call.
Okay, we'll do.
Thanks a lot. God bless you.
Okay, bless you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Got another caller here. What do we got here? Call, you're on.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, I think Sarah Palin. Hello? I think Sarah Palin is a quitter.
Here. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? You said you think Sarah Palin's a quitter. Who am I talking to here?
This is Nicole.
Nicole, how you doing? All right, Nicole.
I'm doing good.
All right. You say you think Sarah Palin's a quitter. All
Yeah,
right,
how can you quit? Wait, was she in her last year of office as Alaska's governor? She quits, and then she's an opportunistic person where she wants to make some money to pay off her bills, but she didn't finish out her office and the dedication that she said that she had towards her office in Alaska. She just quit on those people, and I just can't vote for somebody like that.
I can understand it. I have an issue with quitting too. Again, I think the biggest issue was that she was catching a lot of legal suits, a lot of lawsuits, and she was put in a position where, I mean, if she was a lame duck governor, she would have became.
But if you make a commitment, you have to fulfill that commitment. In politics, I think if you say you're going to do something for 4 years, you do it for 4 years, and then you pursue whatever you want to do after the fact. But I just can't. I never liked her. I thought she was. I never liked her speeches. I never liked what she was about. And then for her to just quit on the people of Alaska, it really makes me dislike her even more.
Do you like anything about Sarah Palin, Nicole?
No, I think she was just plucked out of the group of people, and they thought she was going to be a gimmick to try to get some votes for the Republican Party, and it didn't work. They lost. Obama won, and now she's trying to capitalize on her fame and make some money. That's what I think she's about. I don't think she cares about the United States of America, the people of America. I think she's all out for herself.
Well, Nicole, I appreciate that's an honor. That's a very honest assessment. I can agree with some of it. I don't think that she should have quit her job. I think she should have found a better way to handle that. I don't have a problem with her being opportunistic and writing a book. I mean, this is America. She has if she has an opportunity to make some income, she's they're not rich by any stance. So I mean, if she had an opportunity to make some money, help with her family. She has a child with special needs. I mean, I think that's it's okay to do that. But I do have an issue also with her quitting. So I appreciate you calling in, Nicole, and giving us your honest opinion about Sarah Palin. Keep listening, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thanks a lot. God bless you.
All right, love you too. Bye.
Bye. All right, now that was our first call this evening that was really against Sarah Palin. Again, I think that a lot of this is, it's either one way or the other. People, either you love her or you hate her. That's an example where you could call for somebody that does not like Sarah Palin, and then you have people that do, obviously. And I think, like I said, 700,000 people that bought the book this week. There's definitely some people that like her. Give me a call. The call-in number is 347-996-3175. Again, this is my first, my first Ustream broadcast, so we're also live on Ustream. You can go to check us out at ustream.com/CICTV. So keep listening, and I hope to hear from some more people this evening. All right, the next topic I'm going to talk about is actually having to bring more troops into Afghanistan. Now, I'm actually commending Obama if he'll actually send the rest of these troops to Afghanistan like the generals have requested. He's in a tough situation. He's an anti-war guy, but at the same time, he is president, and we have to win. I mean, he really does not have a choice. So he's in a situation where he's against the war. He doesn't support. He's a war guy, but he realizes if he wants to win, he can't afford to lose. I mean, he's in a no-win situation from that standpoint. From the standpoint that he does have to make a move. It's probably not the move that he wants to make, but yet it's still the right move. So I think that he'll get support from both sides of the aisle on this. I hope so. I can't imagine that the Republicans would criticize him for this unless it's strictly for political stance, because they know and have been known for quite a while that we're gonna need more troops over there. So probably his biggest opposition will be a lot of the liberals and the Democrats who are of course against the war in any kind of way. So bringing in more troops will only frustrate them, and like I said, he'll probably have to work and negotiate with them more than he will with the Republicans. So he's got some work ahead. He ran a campaign on being against the war and saying he was going to have it done the first year, but realistically, that just wasn't going to happen. Obviously he's going to extend the closing of Guantanamo Bay. Because again, this is the first week he said he was going to close it. These are the kind of things that probably shouldn't have made those kind of promises early on, because it's a lot easier said than done. And now I guess at this point he's realizing that. Again, I want anybody to give me a call. Let me know. We're going to talk about Sarah Palin. We're also going to talk about more troops. And how do you feel about that? Do you think we need more troops? Should he do what the general say? Do what he said? Or should he hold pat and not do anything? That's what he's been doing for the last couple of months while he's deliberating on it, but he hasn't done anything. So give me a call, 347-996-3175. I want to hear from you. I'm going to go check out some tweets. And also, like I said, check it out on Ustream. Let's hear what you got to say. Let's see here. I'm letting people know that we're on right now. We've got a couple of Twitter followers here wanting to know the exact time. So, all right. Got a lot going on this week. Let's see. Now, I don't know if you realize 700,000 copies in 1 week in these times is pretty big accomplishment. She's proven that she's a celebrity as far as that standpoint goes, and I am one to say that I don't know yet if she's more interested in being the politician or the celebrity. She'll have to make that decision. Obviously, it's her decision to do that. But with the book coming out and all the talk shows and all the things, I have seen the potential that the lure of that might be bigger than being running for president, where her family and people she cares about is constantly also in the news. So I mean, it's just it can be a challenge. So she'll have to make that decision and see. Let's get some calls in. I'm gonna go look at some more tweets. 347-996-3175. Let's get the conversation. Let's see what you got to say about Sarah Palin, about the president bringing in more troops to Afghanistan, or all the people. If you're an Obama supporter and he was telling you he was anti-war, he wasn't going to do anything, he was going to pull out. He had a mandate on when he pulled out. Are you mad at him now for saying he's going to bring in more troops, or do you understand? Give me a call. 347-996-3175. We're here on Blog Talk Radio. We're here all over the country. I have people from Texas to Maryland. Give me a call. So give me a call. I want to hear from you. This is your host, Wayne Bradley. I'm also on Ustream this evening. First Ustream broadcast. Let me know how you think about that and how things are going there. If everything's sound on there, I'm interested to hear from you. So give me a call. All right. So we got another call here.
Listen.
You're on live.
Actually, it's Denise again.
Hey, Denise. How you doing?
Pretty good. Well, on the Afghan war, I'm just like one of these liberals that's just okay. I'm okay with him finishing what we needed to do. I'm okay with him finishing finding Osama bin Laden, destroying Osama bin Laden and his group. Okay, right. I'm great with him as far as doing that. If that's what he's setting out to do with these troops.
But that doesn't bother you that he kept saying that he was gonna
end the Iraq war. We still had to do Afghanistan. And so that was understood. As far as when I voted for him, I knew that was understood, that Afghanistan was still out there. Afghanistan being the forgotten war out there, where Osama bin Laden was.
All right.
Okay,
well,
and that was that was the whole point. The Twin Towers went down, and that was Osama bin Laden, and that was the thing. We needed to find him, so we still need to do that.
Okay, so you support that part of it, then? That's
definitely support that part of it.
Okay. Do you think overall that he's strong, or is he weak on military issues? How do you feel about it?
You know what? My mom, who also voted for him, we were watching him one day. She goes, "Man, I wouldn't want to play chess with the guy."
Right.
Then a couple of weeks later, we heard who was that? Spiro Agnew say the same thing. Wouldn't want to play chess with the guy because you just don't know. Right. He doesn't lead that much of what he's thinking. Everybody's always guessing he's this or guessing he's that, and he surprises you. Right. He makes me worry sometimes that he wasn't the guy that I voted, and then whammo, he comes out and he's just like, okay, I got it done. Everybody's going to second guess him on this health care bill too. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets it done.
Now, this is
it was like the stimulus. It was like the stimulus. Everybody said that was dead in the water.
Right.
Didn't they? How'd that happen? And everybody was reeling, going, how did it happen?
He's pulled some things. He's definitely made some changes in the first year. And that's one thing I want to know is that, and this is from, obviously you're liberal and you support him. Oh,
yeah. I want to be supportive of my country. And I was supportive of the country when it was with Bush, too. But I think they went off track with Bush and Cheney in just totally it being about Iraq and lost sight of Osama bin Laden, because maybe this could have been over by now. But let's not go backwards. Let's go forward. Let's go finish the job. And it needs to be finished. And even Colin Powell knew that. He said, don't go into it if you're not going to go into it for the long haul, because this isn't a really fast in and out.
I think
you break it, you bought it, kind of thing.
John McCain recognized when he said we might be here for a very long time, very long.
Yeah,
time.
Right. And it's just not a matter of, oh God, are the American people happy that we're over there? Of course we're not. Are we happy that our guys are dying over there and our men and our women? They're babies. No, we're not happy about it.
Right.
But do we realize that it was something that we needed to do as far as Osama bin Laden, for not just us, but for anybody else that he is going to be, attacking?
Right.
What's to say now that we don't have the Indian Prime Minister coming over here and we're getting new agreements with him? He's very close to there through Pakistan.
Right.
Are there people in peril? I mean, when you have somebody like that who could do something without a qualm, like bring down 2 huge buildings in your country and just destroy thousands and thousands of human lives and put fear into a whole city to where if the president's plane did a drive-by, people were freaking out.
Right. Yeah. That's that. At that point, that's where we got to look at and say, do you feel safer now? I guess that's the other thing.
Yeah, do you feel safer if we get out of there and we left Osama bin Laden out there? It'd be like Freddy in the nightmares. He just never dies.
I don't know about that. I think I'd rather them keep looking for him and if nothing else, set an example for him to maybe these other guys. The problem I have is that if we caught him alive, you bring him to trial, who knows what's going on, like with this KSM thing. I mean,
right.
You can't kill him and if we kill him, you make him a martyr. So it's it's a real tough situation.
Oh, that's what he wants, though. So it's going to be very difficult to get him without that. He wants to be a martyr.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he's asking everybody else to do.
Right. Oh yeah, and they so far
and
done.
And again, he's going into families where he's getting children and raising children in this hatred.
Right.
And brainwashing them to hate Americans.
We have to take the threat of terrorism seriously. I mean, because a lot of people, and I'm glad you recognize that. A lot of liberals think that's just that's not true. We just leave them alone. If we left them alone, they would eventually come back to us.
I don't know many of those kinds, but I don't know. You may have run into more of them than I have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, being a conservative, you may have run into more of them than I have. I just don't run into people that think that Afghanistan is something that we should get out of. I mean, it wasn't like the 60s. I don't know how old you are, but I was alive during the 60s. I was, born in 1960. So during that time, I remember what those riots were like and the protests and everything else like that. But the Vietnam War was just a tragedy to me.
Right.
I mean, I don't think we're even close to being there in Afghanistan. I think the frightening thing about Afghanistan is nobody has won there.
Right. Yeah, I guess that's where people draw the comparisons that,
Oh, yeah, the Russians got their helmets handed to them on the way out. It's like, see ya, bye.
Right. Well, I mean, we got to pray on and hope the president makes the right decisions. That part of it I don't envy. It's a rough decision he got to make, but I hope that he, takes care of it the right way. We need, get them all the protection, the soldiers, all the artillery they need to take care of it. That's what we need to do.
I know. And we need to do it right. We don't need to send them out with the wrong equipment. We're sending them out where they don't have armor-plated vehicles, for God's sake, and they have to steal water.
Right. Don't cut the defense budget. Cut something else. We can work on something else. Well,
yeah, we can get that money back from the banks that aren't lending it to our business is what we can do.
I don't have a problem with that either. I think next week we're going to talk about, we were talking earlier yesterday about all the different solutions with homeowners and the loans. I think next week that's going to be one of my topics.
I think that should be. I think your question should be: should we take the money back from the banks and give it directly to the small businesses that need it?
I think most Americans, most small businesses, that would be a great idea.
Okay, it was good to talk to you again.
Thanks.
I'm going to let you go now.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. That was Denise calling in for the second time. I appreciate Denise you calling in. I hope everybody's listening. Feel free. The lines are pretty loose tonight, so you can call in. All right, so come on, give me a call, 347-996-3175. It's good to hear from conservatives and liberals. I like to hear both sides of the coin. Where are my conservatives at tonight? I've had some liberals tonight. Give me a call. How do you think this war should be handled? I want to hear from some conservatives now. I've heard from a couple liberals here. I want to hear from some conservatives. Give me a call, 347-996-3175. All right. So again, I've kind of I guess the recurrent theme is All right, then we got another call coming in here. Let me see what we got. Caller.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, how you doing?
Fine, how you doing?
All right, who am I speaking with?
V from Vegas.
V from Vegas. What's going on, man?
Not much, how's it going?
All right, you called in today, huh?
Yeah, what's going on? What you guys, what's been said so far?
Well, we were talking about, I know how you feel. You told me a couple of days ago, we were, one of the first topics we were talking about was Sarah Palin. We were talking about her qualifications, she's a good candidate. So give me your opinion, man. How do you feel about Sarah Palin? Is she a good candidate or not?
No, not a good candidate at all. Not at all. I would hope for Republicans and conservatives that's not their choice, because I think it's just more of a celebrityism type thing. I think it's just entertaining to follow, because I don't see her as a leader at all. She's good for a lot of other things, I think. I think she sparks the Republican conservative base. I think that she can bring attention to it, but if that's who you want to lead you, that's no.
Okay.
Bad idea.
Well, I mean, from an experience standpoint, I mean, she was the governor of Alaska. I mean, she had some leadership experience, and I guess I always ask people what would be the difference between her lack of experience than Obama's when he became president.
Well, I don't think that it's a matter of experience. There's a lot of leaders that your boss at your job might be the boss. Doesn't make him a good leader. Leaders are far and few between. Just because you're in a leadership position has nothing to do with your leadership skills. You can be qualified. There's a lot of people with a bunch of degrees. They're qualified. That don't make them a leader. That don't mean I would want to follow them into a war. No. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Alexander the Great, the Caesars, General Patton, these are all great leaders.
Right.
But it was a lot of generals in the war.
Right. I agree. I guess, like I said, so have you been listening? Because it's really either you love her or you hate her. You either have a
I don't hate her. I just think that it's kind of comical that people are actually putting her on a pedestal as if she's not a better candidate than McCain, not even remotely. That was it. That's who he was. She wasn't. Nobody even thought of her as even a candidate before then. You don't just pop up and be a presidential candidate. That's something that you work for and you've been pushing for and you've been setting up yourself for a long time to do. Not, hey, it seems like people like me, let me run for president. That's not how that works.
Right. I understand. That's a valid point. I mean, I guess, again, when we talk about so it's more or less not even her. You think leadership-wise, she's probably not, she hasn't proved herself to be a good leader. And it's not a qualification thing, not a Republican Democrat thing. You just don't think she'll be a leader at this point.
No, because I'm just for the record, I'm not a Democrat at all. But I just don't see her as a leader. It's a lot of people that's in politics that I don't see as leaders at all. How they got into politics, I think, is a lot of who you know, connections, and a lot of different other things. Not really based on your leadership. Leaderships move people and make things happen and make things change.
Right.
So a lot of people in a position of authority that it's going to be exactly like it was prior to them getting there. It's not going to change, not even a little bit. That doesn't make you a leader. That means you're in a leadership position.
Who would you identify as a good GOP candidate, just out of curiosity at this point? Do you see it?
I'm not a Republican, and I can't say that I would, I actually liked McCain. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like him during this last one. I liked him when he ran the time before that. Right. I like some of his ideas and his views, and I feel like he's a leadership and he stands for what he believes, regardless of whether or not people like him. I think that's how he was. Right. But this last campaign, I don't even think that he had control of it. I don't think that it was that he was really supportive of Sarah Palin as a running mate. I think that it was just more politics. I think that that's the problem. We have too many politicians, not enough leaders.
Well, I will sign and agree with you on that one. That is definitely true.
Yeah, I got a really bad connection. I'm going to hang up and I'm going to call right back because I have a really bad connection.
Okay. All right. I'll give you back. All right. So, like I said, I think a lot of people have good or bad. I think some people have issues with the lack of Sarah Palin's lack of experience. My biggest issue would be her quitting as a governor. The experience issue to me is she's actually had leadership experience. She's in a state that has the energy, experience, and resources where she knows some of these things. I can't lie and say that I don't have any issues with it. Like I said, not quitting, and, sticking out term regardless of what was going on. But I still think she could be a viable candidate. Maybe they can, like I said, candidate school, GPAC school, all kinds of different she gets knowledge that she would, be in a better situation, interview-wise, and that kind of thing. Let me get that call back from D out here in Vegas.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, it's still breaking up, but I don't know what it is, so I'm going to just do the best I can. I can make out what you're saying. It's just kind of choppy.
Okay. So like you were talking about, you were saying McCain do you think, and you being an independent, because you said you weren't a Democrat or a Republican, I think McCain has always appealed to the independent voters, and I think, that's why he turned off a lot of the right, the GOP, the conservatives. He was not conservative enough, and I understand that in certain ways because he's always ruffled feathers with the GOP. So I mean, he had enemies on both sides of the aisle because he worked with everybody. That's one thing I will give McCain. He's always worked with everybody.
I think that's the good thing about it. That's the problem I think that people have. The fact that we're not going to go anywhere if there's people that believe a certain way. There's liberal people. There's conservative people, there's Republicans, Democrats, Independents. There is no way to succeed and achieve greater heights in this country without compromising with everybody. There is no way of doing it. So I agree with that ideology when politicians say, well, we have to. You know what? I don't even really agree with what you're saying, but I do understand that it's millions of people that believe the same thing. We must find a common ground. The fact that people are not even entertaining it is stupid.
Yeah, I think that works both ways because now, and I'm not criticizing Obama for this, but I think really what's going on is that because they have the majority on, I think they're just and you can tell me if you disagree or not, but I think right now because we have a Democratic president, Democratic Congress, Democratic Senate, he's telling those Republicans the same way that they voted in. So really, they don't work together on either side, I guess, and that's
well, I personally think that he is trying to work with it. I mean, they didn't even have to really ask for the vote or even make it seem like they gave a damn. They didn't have to do that. I mean, if they have the numbers, they don't have to bother with the Republicans at all. But I think that they try to. But
they realistically, they can't get the numbers. If they really had all the numbers that they needed, they would do it. The Democrats are concerned, and they have to think about their careers too. And I think that's what's
right.
Going on.
I agree with that. I agree with that. My thing is, I don't see it. I think that it's a lot more communication there was with the prior administration. I think that there was more when Bill Clinton was in. I personally just don't think that the last administration really gave a damn about what anybody else other than the people that they represented thought. I mean, not even remotely. So that's just my personal. If you give them, if one party gives the other some attention, to me that's better than nothing. The last administration, in my opinion, didn't give any other party, any other opinion, any noticeability. They didn't care. That's just my personal opinion on it.
Okay. Well,
I mean, you have your personal agendas. You have what the people that you represent. You work for them. You know what I'm saying? And so I understand why any party would do that. That makes sense. Those are the people that voted you in. You have to represent them and do what you can for them. But as a good leader, you have to be able to make people that believe in you and your beliefs understand why somebody that has different beliefs believe the way they do to find a middle ground. Right. That's a good leader. If you can't do that, then you're piss poor and you're just a person that supports one cause and is not going to do anything to benefit America as a whole. It never will.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you. I do. Like I said, I like to hear all different kinds of opinions. And like I said, we agree on some things, and I think a lot of times this is why I got this show together. It's really about the people. We're the people that put these people. We vote for them. We give them these jobs, and we're sitting here now. I'll say I'm a Republican. I don't have a problem saying that, but at the same time, I'm American. I want these things to get done, and I think that all politicians on both sides of the aisle could do a better job of that. And I think we, the voters, we have to make that clear to them that, whenever we get a chance, whatever reforms, that their job is to get stuff done and not to play the game of politics. We didn't vote them in for that.
I agree.
Right.
I agree, because, whether you believe in abortion or not, I think that by now we should have at least had it. Why not, if democracy is for the people, by the people, why not just put it on the ballot? And if the majority rules, it's done with, period. Stop arguing and battling about it.
Right, I agree. I say a lot of things. Let's this is what our country is based off of. You agree, disagree, gay marriage, whatever it is. Vote on it. Let's vote on it, see what happens.
I agree.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in this evening. I hope you call back again. Keep listening, and retweet me and let everybody know what's going on over here, okay?
Not a problem.
All right, man. God bless you. Thanks a lot.
No problem. Thanks.
Bye. All right. I think a lot of more of my liberals and Democrats and independents calling this tonight. I want to hear from some of my conservative friends. Give me a call. I want to hear from people down in Texas, down in Maryland. I want to hear from everybody. Give me a call. Vanessa, I hope you're listening. Mel, where are you at, man? Mel, I want my real, true conservative buddy out there in Northern California to give me a call. It's been a good week for us. The Lions and the Chiefs won. So you can't have a better week than that. So give me a call or log in 347-996-3175. That's 347-996-3175. We're live for another 18 minutes. I want to say thanks for everybody that's listening. I want to tell you happy holidays. Hope everyone eats good and enjoys Thanksgiving. As we head into the holiday season, let's not forget the real reason that we're celebrating this. I actually get offended. I posted an article today about all the stores do not use the word Christmas. They call it the holiday season or Xmas or something like that. It's Christmas. The Christmas holiday is the Christmas season. It was Christ's birthday, so let's not forget that. Again, I just want everybody to have a safe, enjoyable holiday. Make sure you eat good. Save a little something for me. Let me hear the next caller, 347-996-3175. Everybody join me on Ustream. This is my first broadcast on there also. So let me know how things are going. If you're enjoying the show, I want to hear from you. 347-996-3175. If you're Twittering with me, it's twitter.com/WBConservative. Don't forget to go on the website, conservativeiscool.com, where we got you can also watch my the Ustream live on the website, so that's pretty cool, and listen to all the old broadcasts. From this week's show, last week's show, they're all posted on there. They have access to blogs, so I encourage anybody to check that out. You have a good time on there. We have a comic release section on the website that pokes fun at everybody. Everybody's fair game. We got to have a laugh sometimes, so give me a call. Like I said, big media ignores American conservatives that defy racial labels and stick to issues. Good stuff. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I agree. The big media definitely ignores American conservatives that defy racial labels and stick to issues. I don't hate President Obama. I'm making that very clear. I'm proud that he, from the standpoint of being African American, I'm very proud that he won from that standpoint. But I was just, I was very concerned. I did not vote for him. I'll say that now. I didn't vote for him. I didn't think that he was the best candidate for the job. But at the same time, I'm proud as an African American that he won. But the next day, it's time to get back to work. And it's great to have euphoria and to the celebration, because it was definitely something different. It's history, and it also again proved in America that we are past a lot of the racial tension that people thought that we had. If it was that way, you would have never won president in the first place. So I'm showing that this is the greatest place in the world to live. So from any background, religions, you can make it in America. And again, this is why I'm proud to be an American. I do this show for for pretty much one reason. I like to hear from people. This is not about big companies. No one controls this show. Like I said, no commercials or anything like that. This is just me to you, and this is really a forum so we can get our voices heard. I mean, this is a way that even these politicians, they can call and listen in and, you know, give their opinions also. But this is a way for us to be unfiltered and a great way to get your voice across. So I encourage anyone who's listening or anyone who has any opinions, call and, you know, give us your opinions. It's unfortunate that the media ignores American conservatives like myself because they want to paint a picture that it's only certain people that are a certain way. The labels of, you know, you can't be a black conservative, but if I am a black conservative, then I can't be, you know, cool or whatever. That's why my name is conservativecool.com. I'm normal. I'm a normal guy. I got a family. I have my friends. I go to football games and all those things. But I'm very passionate about my conservatism, about the direction of this country. Again, I don't hate Obama. I try to stick to the issues. I try to stick to things that I think that he can do better on, that Republicans can do better on. It's not just a Democrat thing or an Obama thing. This is a country thing. We all have to do better. We have to expect more out of our politicians. Instead of, we need to hold them all accountable. Not just, like I said, it's not just Obama. A lot of the financial problems that we were in, Republicans were in control of the House and Senate for a very long time. So a lot of this spending, a lot of these bills was not exactly a conservative way. So I mean, I don't want to give the impression that the only person I pick on is Democrats and Obama. So we got about another 15 minutes for the show. I'm trying to see if we get some more calls. 347-996-3175. Let me know if you're having any technical difficulties. Let me know how the show's going on Ustream and how it's going on the radio show. I've heard somebody said they had a couple people who were having technical issues hearing my voice. So if you hear anything like that, let me know. We'll try to work it out. Like I said, we're all just in places trying to make things happen. So give me a call. 347-996-3175. I want to hear from you. Got 12 minutes left on the show. Let's see here. Someone just sent me a message saying I thought Fox was big media. Fox is big media, but it's definitely catered to an audience that wants to hear it. I mean, you can definitely turn that off. Let me see here. I got another call here. Let me take this call. Caller, you on here?
Conservative Wayne, how's it going?
All right, how you doing?
Good. It's your boy Detroit Brian.
Detroit Brian, how you doing, brother?
Not doing too bad. I want to give you a call today, Dub. I want to see what your opinion is on the health that we're trying to go with the health care, and what do you think? What type of direction do you think we should go with the reform of the current state of the health care here in the United States?
Okay. Well, I think that we definitely need reform. There's no question about that. Our healthcare system has a lot of issues that need to be fixed. I don't necessarily think that giving everyone a single-payer system or a system that everyone will pay for everybody is necessarily the most feasible, financially responsible. Living in Detroit for a good portion of my life, I understand there's a lot of people that need health care. What I would suggest doing, and like I said, and again, a lot of people might even think that's too much. I think what you do is you focus on the areas, almost with schools, you focus in on the areas where they need the funding the most. In impoverished areas, maybe in rural areas where you just don't have as much the funding, you make sure those places are well funded and that people can go into those places who need the help the most and go in there. I mean, no hospital turns away anybody. So I think what you need to do is you fund the places that need the help, all the emergency rooms that people are going into. I even thought, and I'm thinking about posting this. I even thought about maybe I did giving out vouchers once a year to get a checkup or something like that. Because the idea is that we're going to give people insurance. That, when I graduated from college from the ages of 21 to 31, I probably never went to the doctor maybe once or twice. but I was working at a job that was giving insurance. Now, the point being is I was technically wasting my own money at my job because I was not using my insurance. And a lot of times you just have a lot of healthy younger people that will do that. So my point is, if you're going to do that, imagine the money that we're going to waste on people that aren't using it. And so I would think that what you ought to do is put more emphasis on the people that need it, put it in areas, again, where it's needed the most, in the urban areas, and like I said, maybe in rural areas where you don't have as much funding and people going in and out. But, I mean, the idea that if you work at Ford or you work at GM or any of these places right now, maybe not them because they'll get protected through this bankruptcy and everything else. But if you have a good health care plan, you're losing out with this government plan, and they're going to charge you more. You're going to be penalized for having a good health care plan because they call it a Cadillac plan. I mean, essentially what they're saying is that if your plan is good, they're going to take a little bit more so you can pay for other people's plans or people who don't have health insurance. What I think is it's almost like taking a sledgehammer and breaking out the whole kitchen when only the sink is broke. You don't need to destroy everything and start all over again when only certain things that need to be fixed. I kind of think that's the way the approach you ought to take. Systematically, slowly, not jump into just like a bill and just spread it around. I think they have to be careful about offering abortions and protecting us against offering all these health care to illegals. So, I mean, those are things out, the details. I don't have a problem with saying they need to fix health care. A good idea might be to open it up the same way we've done with cell phones and every other business in America, good old capitalism. You open up 300-400 different insurance companies. I cannot believe that they would compete all against across America, that some of those guys wouldn't drop their prices to very, competitive rates to get business because, of course, the big boys, the Blue Crosses, and all, they don't have to do that. But you're going to have a lot more companies that might be willing to work with people and do different kinds of things because they don't want to stay in business. And they have to compete. Before, it's only five insurance companies to a state. Well, of course, they can kind of gauge how much they can charge and know what the competitors charge. And there's almost a sense of price fixing. You open up the door to a lot more competition, prices will drop. I mean, a couple of years ago, you would buy a cell phone for $300 and pay ungodly amounts of money. Now you can get a phone for free, and they'll give you unlimited minutes and everything for $100 because there's competition. So in America, that's how I think that's the best way to do things. You do things through competition, and you provide in a way where that everyone at the same time you're giving people a chance to still have their health care program. So I think.
My opinion with the health care, the way it's currently set up, the way the Medicare is in place, it's really set up in place for a lot of abuse and a lot of overspending to take place. And as you can look and see, is the current system as far as health care is not geared around preventative medicine. It's pretty much geared around you living your life, and then once you get sick, then you come into the hospital. Well, I think that's where the problem is because now we don't because now the focus is the treatment is a lot more expensive. Instead of dealing with a person before they get cancer, working on teaching them why it's important not to smoke and to live a healthy lifestyle, we encourage smoking. We encourage consumption of foods that are going to cause damage to your body and, irresponsible lifestyles that in turn are going to put you in a situation where now you have to deal with cancer, and then the cost to cure that is overwhelmingly expensive. And as we can see, our Medicare budget is more than our military budget, which is, in my opinion, that's ludicrous. That's ridiculous. We're spending more money on Medicare than we are on our military, and the reason being is because of the way of thinking or the mindset into our way of thinking as far as medicine goes. Now, with the government option, you could probably give me more insight than I have on my own right now, but do you know that with the government option that there will be items in place, safeguards in place to make sure that you're not just you don't have the coverage and it's not being utilized. That's the whole point.
Well, the idea of the single payer system is that everybody get it, and that's the idea that everybody gets. You're paying a monthly premium, not you, but of course the government will be paying a monthly premium. And the whole idea is that I think that if you do that for everyone, it's very cost prohibitive. If you don't take the insurance, and if you're walking around without insurance, you actually go to jail. I mean, that's what they're proposing: fines to jail to pay, another fee or penalty to help pay for the health insurance. And I just
right, exactly. But if you don't have insurance and then you get sick, you go to the hospital, they have to treat you. They can't just kick you out. And then the emergency visit, that treatment is what's boosting the budget. That's what's boosting the expense. That's what drives the price up, is the uninsured patient that comes into the emergency room for treatment that has to be treated, and he's got a more dire circumstance, requires more expensive treatment and things, that forth, so forth and so on. So, if you have it, preventative medicine, you go into the doctor regularly, so therefore you stay on top of things, so then now there are fewer emergency room visits. I mean, you're going to have the car accidents, the broken legs, trip and fall, things of that such, but you don't have the, oh my God, I've been living my life for, the last 35 years, and now I look up and I got cancer and I want somebody to do something about it. And then here we are, he doesn't have insurance, but he's being treated and spending the taxpayers' money on these expensive, cures, whether they be cures or not. I still yet to be seen, but I do believe you eliminate that with more insured people.
Right. All right. Well, I think, we're getting down to the last 3 minutes here. We're gonna have another show on the health insurance debate, because a lot of people feel strongly one way or the other about it. I appreciate you giving me a call. What's your name again, Colin?
Detroit Brian.
Detroit Brian. Well, I appreciate calling in. Like I said, I just think overall the best thing to do, and this is America, the best thing to do is open up the doors for competition for everybody. But again, there's some people that can't afford it. We got to deal with those people too. But hopefully, like I said, they'll put together something that has all the safeguards in place to eliminate some of the fraud, because that's a big chunk of what we're paying for. So I appreciate you calling in. Hope you keep listening to the show, and give me a call back next week, okay?
Thanks for having me, Wayne.
All right, God bless you, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah,
what was that?
So you're my last call here before we go off the air for the evening. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm just listening. I was on just a little early. This is V from Vegas again.
Oh, okay. I thought that was you. All right. Well, look, you're still on the line. Maybe didn't hang up with each other. But I'm going off the air in about 2 minutes here. Did you hear the last discussion we were having about the healthcare debate?
Yeah, I was hearing about it. I like that, actually. It's just, to me, I was going to ask a question too. That, when we had before the time runs out. But we talk about how much money it's costing America. How much money does America generate annually? Because we always talk about how much money. How do you know if you're overspending if you don't know how much you're making? I got a website to check that out. Go to the debtclock.org. USDebtClock.org. It shows what we're bringing in and what's going out, and it's kind of okay.
And that would be the best way to kind of get an idea of what we're bringing in, what we're putting out. It's a scary little clock. I suggest checking it out. A lot of times people wonder, like you said, what money are we making? What are we spending? What's going in? What's going out? That's a great indicator right there. So,
okay.
I appreciate you listening in on me, and hope to call back next week. Like I said, I don't know what the topic's going to be yet, but I will definitely keep you informed, and I hope to hear back from you.
Not a problem.
All right. You have a good evening.
All right. Later.
Later. All right. We have some good calls tonight. It's obvious that, like I said, we have a lot of issues, and people from both sides of the fence feel a certain way. I think it's time right now that, like I said, as Americans, we all want to see things get better. It's just a matter of getting there the right way. And I really want to see things get better. I have about 20 seconds here before we're going off air for tonight. I want to thank everyone that's followed me on Twitter, checking out the show. If you're looking on Ustream, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll start doing that. We're doing it on live on radio and Ustream, so I hope that you come back next week. God bless you. Have a good holiday. Bye-bye.
Yeah.